This is the fourth of our series in where we are planting some magic beans, and the place we're planting those magic beans is squarely here, right there in creating consistently great service experiences, because the product is all you, baby. You've probably got that down and you're passionate about it, but we don't want to ignore this because this is vitally important to the success of our business. Being in small business, maybe you have employees, maybe it's a me, myself, and I type deal. This is still a similar goal. So what we want in our business is growth. Yeah, we want some growth. In order to grow, we need customers. Yeah, we need customers. No brainer, right? Well, I'm going to divide customers into two categories here. We're going to divide it into customer acquisition and customer retention. So we have acquisition and we have retention. These are two parts of gaining customers or using the customers for growth in our business. Now, an important note here, I put it on the side. This is a statistic that is vitally important to know and understand. It costs, on average, 6 to 7 times more money to acquire a new customer than it does to keep an existing one. Again, 6 to 7 times more money to acquire a new customer than it does to keep an existing customer. Now, big businesses know that when they have their marketing budget, it is all of this. It's in customer acquisition and retention both. Where small businesses often miss the boat is they do a lot of this because that's what most people equate with marketing. They equate it with acquisition, right? Gaining customers, beautiful pictures, that kind of the fun stuff, right? Retention is something that big businesses also put in this budget that many smaller businesses miss. I am going to focus on the retention portion because probably you don't have a problem with this. This is an important part of business. Acquisition is continually getting new customers. Important part. Also an important part, as you know, because it costs so much more to acquire a new customer than it does to keep an existing one. If you're ignoring the retention part of your business, you're wasting so much money. Scads of money. Scads. That's a lot. So we are going to go down the growth with customers in the retention bucket here in order to retain our customers, not gain new ones, but retain them. What retains our customers? What do they want basically? Customers want consistency. Okay, they want consistency in two areas. They want consistency, again, I've broken it down into product and service. They would like a consistent product experience, and they would also like a consistent customer service experience. Now, when I'm talking about product, you might be thinking, well, I have like a spa and that's a service. That goes here into this category when I speak about product. Product could be something that you create or something that you do. Okay, that goes here. This, baby, this is all you. You are here. You probably have training systems, recipes, onboarding, videos, SOPs, training manuals, that kind of thing to make sure that you deliver consistently great product to your customers so that whether you are acquiring or retaining customers, you're giving them a consistent product experience. This is probably something you already do. It's natural to you. And that's great. This is also probably the reason that you got into business in the first place. This is your passion. That's my guess. If we are ignoring this portion, we are ignoring a gigantic piece of the financial puzzle. Consistency in service experience. Let's say that I am a customer and I'm a customer that you're wanting to get for your growth, and you've spent a lot of money acquiring me as a new customer. I came in and I had the most amazing paella at your place. I love this paella, man. The product was great. And at the same time, I came in and I felt like $1,000,000. I mean, the hostess and my waiter, they paid attention to me. I felt special. I felt well cared for. I felt important. These are things that I feel, and I'm using that language specifically, feel. I felt important, and I had a great service experience at your place. I had a great product experience with this phenomenal paella, and I had a great service experience. Big, expensive brands, they get this. If you've ever been into a high-end luxury company, they get this part of creating this really important service experience that makes you feel like $1,000,000. If you haven't been in a company that does that, just go in. Just go into one of them. They get it. This is a part of small businesses that we miss. However, we could definitely copy it. And that's right where we're going to go. This is where I'm excited to plant some magic beans. So let's say you've acquired me because of this phenomenal paella. I had a great service experience, and now I want to bring in my boss. I want to set the stage, wine and dine my boss, because I am going to pitch a huge salary increase and a project for myself. And I'm going to use your space as a place for this. So I bring in my boss. I am now here in the retention part, and I'm bringing in with me my boss as a new customer to experience this stuff. If when we come in, we have this great paella, but we are ignored, there's a new wait staff, we feel ignored, we have to ask for stuff, we are not, they don't even refill our water, it's just not good, right? We felt ignored, it was awkward, my boss wasn't impressed, I lost the pitch. I wouldn't be coming back, and neither would I be bringing more people. Do you see how it's important that this service experience is a place that we really focus on? Product, yes, absolutely focus on that. But we have to focus on the service experience and providing a consistently great service experience in order to retain the customers we spend so much money acquiring in the first place. See how this works? This is where we're going to plant some magic beans. This is you. This is where I can help. Are you ready for some magic beans? Magic bean planting for your business. Ooh, you know it. No mess on the floor. They're in the can or the jar. Yeah. Using the old noggin there so I don't have to clean them up. Now, the first 3, we were talking about knowing your value. You can check those out if you've missed them. We talked about creating a first impression and how to create a great and consistently great first impression. There's specific things to do, and it's called the trifecta, so check that out. The third in our series was called Congratulations, You Screwed Up. Basically, you're going to mess up, or someone's going to come to you as a customer because somebody else messed up and you get to fix it. So it's ripping the old Band-Aid off. And the fourth here is, oh my gosh, invest in me, man. Invest in me. Now, me being your employee. If we want our employees to give consistently great experiences, we need to treat them like the important people that they are. Invest in me. What does that look like? I'm not talking about, contribute to my emergency savings fund or anything. Maybe that's it, but that's not really what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about having consistently scheduled meetings. Yes, I said it. Meetings, team meetings, stand-up, whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to call it a meeting because you hate meetings, then create some other word that'll work for you, but just do it. You've got to invest consistent time. Now, please don't make the mistake of thinking, well, I'm there all the time and my staff can just go ahead and talk to me whenever they want. That's not what I'm talking about. When you set aside dedicated time with an agenda, time to teach, like some of these things, and time to listen, it's different. For example, I had a phenomenal employee. She was wonderful. She was very talented at what she did, and she was at the time running my kitchen at the hotel. I also lived at the hotel. I lived and worked at the hotel. I had a room upstairs. This was in the beginning stages of our business, and we had our house rented out. So that's what we did. And because I lived and worked at the hotel, there was time I was just there and I wasn't working. But because she saw me, she had a question, and so she would ask me. And I, of course, used the kitchen I had to go to my special spot to get my own personal thing. So I had to walk through the kitchen to get my stuff, and she might be there. And I found that whenever she saw me, she would ask me a question. It didn't matter if I had 2 seconds or 2 minutes or not any time, but there was something that she would say to me or ask me or run by me as I walked by. And I set up some processes so that it was pretty self-explanatory, and I was thinking, didn't need to do this. She oftentimes would actually ask me questions that she already knew the answer to, or that we'd already covered, and I was getting frustrated and confused. Well, what I realized after reading one of these books was that she just wanted to make sure she had time with me. She wasn't conscious of it. It was a subconscious thing. When I set aside dedicated time every week, and I'm not joking, it was only 10 minutes, and it was our time, only her and I'd say 95% of the drive-by questions disappeared. They were gone. It was like a miracle. It was amazing. I thought, that was a little too easy. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, but it never did. She wanted me to invest some time in her. She just needed a dedicated time where it was just she and I, separate from our staff meetings. Whatever yours looks like, dedicate some time, set it aside, put it on the calendar that you are investing some time with your staff. Now, if you need a couple of books, I have them around. Here's one of them. I will put links to these in the meeting notes, whatever. I will put links to these books below. And you can also go to my website, Kaizen.Zone, and you can download my top picks book list for book reader readers. You can download it for free, and it has a bunch of my most favorite resources and a little description of them. One of them, if you need help and you don't like to do meetings, grab Meetings Suck. I love the title. Love it. Another one that I love for leaders is called Work Happy. This is something you can invest in your own self that will end up investing in your staff, because when you read this, it'll give you some things to do. There's appreciation inventories. I've got a book from Michael Hyatt that's great. That's also on that list that you can get by going to my website and downloading it. And just by investing some time and some training with your staff, they are going to feel important. They're going to know and understand how valuable they are to you. When you invest some time in training, and that can look at like lots of different things, meetings, video trainings, celebrations, dinners together, awards, certificates, all sorts of things. There's tons of things that you can do to invest some time in your staff. If we want to really maximize our bean planting here, and we want to create amazing, consistently great customer service experiences, this fourth way of investing some time into your staff training is, I'd say, probably one of the most, if not the most important part of our 4-part series. Everything goes together and it's all important, but that investment of time is vital. Now, I've given you some snippets and some small training bits and things to do with your staff in order to help plant those magic beans in this consistently great customer service experience section. If you would like me to come alongside you in a deeper level, I have something for you. I created a course for you to use in your business, and I just had some students go through it, and I'm over the moon excited about it. We cover 5 weeks worth of training. If you have problems coming up with training ideas and topics, don't worry, I got you covered. It's a course called Level Up. I'll put a link down below to the course and you can check it out. It teaches these skills that your staff needs in order to create consistently great customer service experiences. And I promise you, it will increase your retention rate for both your customers and your employees. I'm so excited. I had staff go through this, some young staff, some seasoned staff, and some business owners, and I can't be more happy of the results. I'm excited to hopefully have you check it out and maybe use it in your business, because I'm not the expert on your product. No siree, that's you 100%. This is where I can help you really maximize your income, your influence, and your impact. It's a video course. There's 5 weeks of short, easily digestible, high impact, high results oriented videos with support PDF documents, and they apply directly to your business. I've created it for you. It's a plug and play. It's like paint by numbers. It's like Bob, that painter guy that used to be on the TV. It's like that, only updated and for your business. It's a paint by numbers, a plug and play. I'll put a link in the notes below. Check it out. I will open enrollment soon. Currently, enrollment is closed, but I will open enrollment soon in order to take some new students through the course. Don't miss out. I am 100% certain you're going to love it. I even offer a money-back guarantee. Check it out. I want to support you and your growth and your success of your business, and help you to have more of a positive impact and grow and thrive and do all those wonderful things that you do. Have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the series. Let me know. Thanks.